To welcome us in this morning's event, I'd like to call in the RDC-RPOC chairperson, no other than the Governor of Leyte Province, the Honorable Carlos Jericho L. Petilla, for the welcome message.
Blessed good morning to all of us. Magandang umaga. Mabay aga na maayong buntag na itong tanan. Before anything else, I'd like to greet our personalities who are with us this morning. I'd like to start with Father Danny Tigilos, who was famous for a few weeks when I saw him in the ABS-CBN. So hindi totoo yun na may nasaksak na pari dito. I'd also like to greet Yusek Panadero, who I always see in various functions in Manila and various contests, because the LG is always there when there are competitions for various local government units. Our governors are not here this morning, but are well represented. Governor Sherry Antan, Governor Damian Mercado, Governor Jericho Espina, and of course our Regional Director, Frank Jose from the ILG, Assistant Director Arnel Agabe from the ILG, all the mayors, especially the beautiful mayors of, I have to say beautiful mayors of Leyte, because one is my mother and the other is my auntie. And I always see them on reunions, very difficult. And all the mayors, the league president, faculty and staff, media practitioners, guests and visitors, pleasant morning to all of us. When Tapatan was actually rolled out, okay, you can see the various faces of local officials, especially the mayors and governors, very apprehensive about Tapatan, because now this means full disclosure. Putting in the website all the contracts, all the financial standing, all the loans, it will be revealed to the public. Although, of course, before all these things are actually consummated, they've been put in the papers already, but actually putting them on a permanent basis in the website. Marami ng mga rason dumating. Some mayors were saying, Governor, walang internet sa amin. Sabi ko, di mo lang kailangan internet eh. Ilagay mo lang sa Amerika yan, pero nandun yung disclosure nyo. Pero you don't have need a connection. Maraming mga lusot. But, as I always say, pag nagsisimula tayo, maraming reaction. Pero actually, sanayan lang yan. It's a matter of getting used to. I remember the time when I first became a governor in this province. On the first 6 months, after the first 6 months of being a governor, with all the changes that we made, if there was an election, I was a sure loser, especially in the capital, because we made some changes. Even up to now, I think some of the employees are just waiting for me to go because I'm on my third term. But I always tell everybody that when I do something, it's because if it means that some people are going to be run over, it's also because it's going to benefit the general public. Like in 2004, when I was invited, you said as a guest speaker of the Civil Service Commission, and I said, what do I know about civil service? I'm only a 2-month-old governor. But I made one point there. And the point was, because nobody wanted to listen to me, being a 2-month-old governor, and there were about 3,000 government employees all over the region. So my first statement was, because nobody wanted to listen, my first statement was, ang mga politiko, kurakot. That was my statement. Ang mga politiko, kurakot. They all looked at me and said, this guy's crazy. But in the end, I just made one point at that particular time. That when we measured the productivity of the province of Leyte at that time, we were a little bit over 50% in terms of productivity. And I measure productivity usage because I come from the private sector, wherein we do a lot of measures. And I said that if the payroll of the province is 400 million at that time, and our productivity is 50%, we're losing 200 million, and to me that is the biggest corruption in this country. Baka nakalusot ng mga politiko. Pero that is actually true. The biggest corruption in this country is us, government employees. It may not go to one pocket, but it goes to several. It may not be direct, it's indirect. But it is actually one of the biggest corruption. And that's why in the province of Leyte, we started implementing things like biometrics, which the other mayors actually followed, because I can see a lot of mayors now that they actually have biometrics. I once talked to Mayor Petilla, and when I talked to him, he said, I want to make the people work, but before I can make them work, they have to come in. Otherwise, you cannot make them work. So that's why we also implemented that. A lot of changes, people reacted. Even now, I even said, because I think all the mayors and all the governors have that same problem as I have. During the time of PGMA, he issued an executive order whereby the salaries of government employees will be doubled in 4 years' time. That means 25% increase every year. But this is subject to availability of funds. That subject to availability of funds is a very good excuse not to increase. But that is one statement that our employees can never comprehend. Ulitin mo, word per word, letter per letter, they never understand that. So I said, okay, we will have to implement partially, but where do I get the money? The DBM is now complaining that we are over 45% PS. So we said, we will now basically make sure that we don't hire unnecessary people, but still, we will do our job. How do we do this? We do an inventory of existing jobs. So as of this moment, in the province of Leyte, they start working 15 minutes before 5 o'clock. And they're actually asked to write an accomplishment report on a daily basis. What happened was people started reacting. People did not want to do it, but I made it mandatory. Some other people were panicking. As early as lunchtime, they are not telling their boss, Sir, bigyan mo ko ng trabaho kasi wala na akong masulat sa hapon. Sabi ko, kung wala kayong masulat sa hapon, ilagay nyo. Nothing to do because the governor did not give me enough job. So we're trying to inventory all these things, and we're just trying to make sure that nothing goes to waste. People are now getting used to it because we implemented this about a year ago. People are getting used to it, and then we're actually seeing a number of people who are overworked, who should deserve to actually have a higher pay. But we are also seeing some people who actually are not doing any work at all. So, in a sense, it's just a matter of getting used to. But in the end, if it's something that is honest, that is basically good for the people, eventually it will work out. So the Tapatan is the same. Lahat ngayon ng kontrata, ipapapublish na, lahat ng mga utang, nandun, full disclosure of financial statement. We've actually done this already. Matagal na, hindi pa matagal masyado. Last year, we started implementing this. Pero may apprehension din ng mga mayors na iba. Baka gamitin ng kalaban. Doon sila kukuha ng mga kung ano-ano itatapon sa amin. Okay. Maraming mga concerns. But overall, I think, okay, we are accountable to the public, and the public will have to know what we are doing. That is the bottom line. And for that, I welcome this particular, I welcome our USEC, Panadero, the LG, to this Tapatan Regional Forum on full disclosure. And I hope that you can shed light on what this Tapatan is all about and why it will actually help this country. Sa totoo lang po, okay, I do not meddle with the national issues because we have so many local issues. Pero when I see the budget, our budget officer is Butchabat is very good. Very good at not spending. Magaling rin ito magpalusot si Secretary Abad. Don't tell them that I told you the story. I remember one time when he came here as Deped Secretary. Came here. And then there was, in the province of Leyte, it's the biggest division. It's 8,000. Actually, 9,000 teachers, the biggest division. And when the Deped here, we had an open forum, lumabas na lahat. At ang concern was, we need more classroom. And then, I remember that particular time forum, Secretary Abad said, I just went to Lupe de Vega in Eastern Samar, no? Northern Samar, Lupe de Vega, because they had the highest national achievement score. So I went there, visited the place. Pagpunta niya, layo pala. Naglakad pa siya. And when he went there, he found out na walang classroom. So pagbalik niya, sabi niya, walang classroom. Pero number 1 in national achievement test. That means, hindi naman talaga classroom ang kailangan niyo. Dedication ng teacher. Nakalusot. So what we're saying here is basically the national government is doing every effort not to put resources, limited resources, into waste. I remember one time, Mayor Espina, when I was in Biliran, I couldn't forget, when we define government, sabi ni Mayor Espina, government is about budgeting the meager resources that we have, not budgeting the abundant resources that we have. Because kahit anong gobyerno puntahan mo, meager talaga ang resources. So, kung meager ang resources, we should also maximize it. And this is part of it, full disclosure. So, I hope that again, you said Panadero can shed light on Tapatan, inspire us more, and encourage us to participate.
Petilla, for that very warm and informing welcome message.